Happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
Yeah, today is Father's Day, and it's the first one.
Bittersweet Father's Day.
55 years, the first one without my daddy here. So, feels different.
It is different.
I remember always being like stressed out, like, what do I get him? And,
What do you get a man that has everything?
yeah, trying to find him something, and he'd be like, "Oh, I'm easy. It doesn't matter." He'd act so grateful for the littlest thing.
And we come to find out he had 3 or 4 of
Or
everything.
5 of them.
No matter what you got him, already had it.
Like packing up some of his stuff, I was like, "Oh my gosh, we bought him this, and he already had like
9 of them before
yeah."
that.
But oh, I miss him so much. I miss who he is to my life, and
Yes.
just truly the greatest man in the world. I just miss him. Miss being able to just call him, or he would always come over here when he got off the road.
Yeah.
He always tried to see us and be a part. And so I was going through pictures yesterday, doing a little YouTube video of him, and I found this note from him. Can you see his handwriting? Something about my dad and my name is, when I was like, I don't know, 12-ish, I said, I want to be called Jerry and not Jerry. So my dad started calling me Jerry Ann, but publicly, but not in private.
Not in private.
He never, ever, ever called me Jerry Ann. He called me
Jerry.
And he would, he did that to honor me. Like, I asked to be called Jerry Ann, so he introduced me that way, but he never called me that. And here you can see Jerry.
Roll like a doctor.
His handwriting is very, very distinct. I kept every note he ever wrote me, but I found this one. And this is probably 16 years ago or so. Kai's 16, so it was probably 15 years ago. Anyways, it says, Jerry, I'm thrilled to hear that you are beginning a Bible study with the ladies from Curves. I used to be a trainer at Curves. You're an awesome teacher, and I believe God is going to use you to touch their lives. I want to be the first to sow a seed into your new beginning. Love, Dad. And that was just so him, Like, he believed in me so much. And even when I didn't believe in myself, Daddy would always encourage me, like just recently, like when things didn't seem like they were happening, or I would question, he would just always say, Jerry, you're called, and he would just encourage me, and he would always sow seed into my ministry, and like this just shows how much he believed in me and wanted me a part of ministry.
For sure.
Anyways, I just thought today, with it being Father's Day, I would just honor him and the impact that he had. I mean, you only knew him 4 years, but what an impact he had on your life, right?
Yeah. Taught me a lot. I don't think that I would have my family going to heaven wasn't for your dad. My uncle wouldn't have made it last year to heaven. He taught me how to be bold and not just believe in Jesus, but walk the walk.
He really walked it.
If you could, oh my goodness, just being around him, it taught you how to treat people, how to just everything. I mean, he was amazing. He's amazing. Not using him as past tense. But yeah.
I think something about Dad was how forgiving he was. I think there's only 2 people in the world that have really ticked him off in life. That was my mom and me. I've never seen him get mad, but at us. We would push him, but I mean, as a teenager, I did. But I spent the rest of my life trying to show him honor. But he was just so forgiving, just so forgiving when I would mess up, and he would just always
Pick you up.
pick
Best
me
job.
up, show me grace, say he believes in me. Savelles aren't quitters. Just, you can do this, you know. And the one word he said about me one time was, he said, "You're resilient."
Yes.
And I think I learned that from him for sure. I know, like, the impact, you know, that he's had all over the world, and his way of delivering the word was so easy to get it and grasp it, and it was so powerful. You never saw him until recently, the videos of
The old days. Man, it's amazing.
Yeah, he was like, when you met him, he was more seasoned and older and more refined in the way he taught. But, you know, when I was growing up, he was the funny preacher.
But preached the same things, just preached it differently.
Yeah,
Today's.
he's just, he could just deliver a word that you got it, you know.
Yeah, no matter what, you could relate to it. You put it out there in layman's terms that you could relate to.
Yeah.
It was easy to learn from him, for sure.
And just, you know, growing up, just watching him at home, like, I just wanted to be like my dad, because he wasn't preachy religious like at home. He wasn't. He just walked it, lived it, talked it, believed it, and you wanted to be like that. Didn't you feel that way when you're around him? You wanted to be like him.
Absolutely. He was a man's man. Yeah. He made you want to be better.
He always carried a pocket knife.
Yeah. Yeah.
He said, I'd say, "Daddy, you got a knife? I need to cut something." You go, "I got my pants on, don't I?"
Yeah.
He always had a knife in his pocket. When I was a kid one time, this guy, I don't know why I just thought about this, but I was on the front row, and we were in Pasadena, California, and the demons were out in that service. I mean, it was wild. Like,
Well, you're talking about California, so.
yeah. Sorry, California. But that, like, before the service started, a lady was going around putting, casting a spell in the room, and they had to kick her out. Just crazy stuff was happening in that meeting. And this guy charged my dad, like charged at him at the stage. And I was so scared, you know. I saw this guy running to attack my dad. And Dad, you know, I don't know what he said, "In the name of Jesus," or whatever, but the guy stopped and fell. But he hit my dad's watch when he did, and blood was like pouring down my dad's arm while he was talking, and I remember being so scared. But the guy got up, delivered,
Wow.
totally set free.
Down with demons and up with Jesus.
But I saw a lot of things growing up. I mean, a lot of amazing things. I saw so many miracles and just things happen growing up that were just powerful to be a part of and be on the front row to witness miracles and healings and legs growing out and blind people seeing. I mean, I grew up watching all that. It was just so powerful. And when I was a little girl, when Daddy would lay hands on people, when he'd get off the stage and he'd be wiped out, you know, he'd be sitting in the back just wiped out, and I would always hold his hands because they were so hot.
He said it's full of fire.
I could feel the power of God in his hands, and they were just so hot. And I always wanted to hold his hands after the service. But besides all that, you know, I mean, he taught me everything about faith and learning how to stand and believe and everything he taught me. But besides all that, just my daddy, you know, just I keep saying it, but he just believed in me when I didn't ever believe in myself. He would believe in me. And even up until right before he died, he was still encouraging me. Jerry, you're called. Jerry, you're anointed. Jerry. And then I see this. You're a great teacher of the word. Like he just saw something in me.
He, what I remember most about how he treated people is he let you be you. Mm-hmm. He was a preacher, but you could be yourself around him. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was so cool of him.
Yeah.
That let you could just be yourself.
Mm-hmm. It's the first Father's Day without him.
Hard, tough. Mm-hmm. I can't remember. We had so many good times.
I remember one time I took him to Father's Day lunch and he tried to buy it.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, Dad, no.
They tried that with me every time.
You
His
don't
birthday
buy
or
your
whatever.
Father's Day
Yeah.
lunch. Not going to happen.
They did that just like a year or two ago to us.
Yeah.
He went to buy his own Father's Day dinner.
Well, I honor him today and say happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. And thank you for the men that you are to your families. And thank you for the man you are to our family.
Thank you.
So, happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to my daddy in heaven. All right, you guys have a great one. Bye.